In this part, we are going to set up our dashdash spreadsheet. So log into dashdash, and the first thing you are going to do is head to the Integrations tab under Explore. From here, search for BuiltWith, and then connect your BuiltWith account. Within these integrations, you get a good overview of the different functions that you can do, as well as the pricing on the request for each call. So once you have connected with BuiltWith, let's head into My Spreadsheets. And from here, click on the green box and create a new spreadsheet. In this view, I am going to use an API to get information from BuiltWith around certain tools that companies use. So I want to get a list of companies that are using a tool like Airtable. To do this, I need an API URL. But before we jump into that, let's go ahead and set up our columns. So the first column is going to be get API URL. Then we'll have a column for tool. This will be our get request. This will be our companies and URLs. So we need a URL from BuiltWith to put in A2. So I am going to jump into BuiltWith. And once you are in BuiltWith, under Tools, you can head to API Access. And from here, you'll see your API key. However, we are going to jump into List API and grab the URL here, which includes, actually, we're going to go down here and grab this URL. You can use either one, but the difference is this has this little bit that you have to edit out. So we'll grab this one, and it already has your API key included. So copy and paste that into A2 and go ahead and delete Magento at the end and just leave tech equals. And here's where you can put in the tool that you want to source. So now we want to do a GET request that says every domain that's using Webflow return into this spreadsheet view. To do this, in C2, we are going to do equals get parentheses, and we are going to pull the URL here and combine it with the tool here. So essentially, we are appending Webflow to the end of the URL in A2, and hit enter, and then you'll see this data object show up. And then when you click into this, you can see that we have 250 results. And when you click into it, and then into each number, you'll see a URL. But we want every D item of each result number. And to do this, we have to parse the information by doing equals parse parentheses, and we want to parse the data here, comma, and now our query. And our query is going to be results, period. And then we are going to do a bracket, star bracket, which is the equivalent of saying I want all of the D's in each result. Instead of just saying I want the first results domain, I want all the domains for all the results. So we'll do another period and then choose D, another apostrophe, and then a closing parentheses, and press enter. And so you'll see another data object show up, and you'll click into here, and now we'll see just the URLs. But I want all of these URLs in one cell. So we are going to parse one more time. So in E2, we are going to do equals parse parentheses D2 close parentheses. So now you'll see a whole list of URLs listed here, but we want to grab each URL on its each row. So to do this, you would start numbering your column 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in your B4 row, you do a formula that says parse, and we are going to do a $, which pretty much says that this cell that we're referencing is absolute, and then we're always going to be referencing this cell when we run this formula down this column. So we are going to do $E2, and then $E, $2. So we always want to reference E2, and comma, and then do quotations, and then a bracket, quotations again, and then the ampersand sign, and then we are going to reference the number in the column to the left. So A4 in this situation, and we are going to do another ampersand, do parentheses, do a closing bracket, closing parentheses, or quotation marks, and then closing parentheses, and hit enter. So essentially this is saying grab the URL in spot 0, and this will say grab the URL in spot 1. So the array is counting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So you can drag this down, and you can see it will pull the URLs. So now that we have a list of domains using Webflow, I am going to show you how you can grab the information, such as an address for all these domains, using -- in the next part. I'll see you there.